Welcome back, everybody, to the Search Show 24/7. And yes, I'm sorry. I know it's taking me forever to get these the last two episodes of ABC Once Upon a Time up, but I'm about to do them back to back, very quick, so I can get to the newest one. I'm gonna do a separate video of the newest one that was this week, episode 10. But gonna review episode 8, episode 9. So let's go. Now, this episode is probably my favorite so far in the series, just because it tells the backstory of my favorite character, Rumpelstiltskin. But before we talk about Rumpelstiltskin, we're going to talk about the real world. Now, uh, before this episode, we all know that in the Lonely Hunters episode, at the end of the episode, Sheriff Graham died. Graham died, and everybody in this episode, everybody there, they're mourning his death. They all feel sad, and Emma, she takes it upon herself to run for sheriff, right? But you know what? That's not gonna happen. Regina's not gonna allow that crap to happen. She doesn't even want Emma around, and she basically tells Emma like, "Yo, if you're running for sheriff, then I'm gonna beat you because I'm gonna have my boy, Sidney Glass, who's the editor in chief of the newspaper. He's going to run against you and he's going to beat you because I'm supporting him and this and that and the third." But Emma has some supporters herself. All right, she has some people, but the biggest supporter that she has is Mr. Gold. All right, and I'm just saying, I want to I want to be on his good side, so she should take that. So she ends up, kind of taking, his little support for a while, but she sees that, his support brings a lot of trouble because he just wants to beat Regina at her own game, and he ends up trying to kill her with the fire. He makes a fire and all this other crap to try to kill her, but he knows that Emma will save her to make Emma look good for the race. So he played it out. He's a man with a plan. So I really like that. He's smart, and he tells, like, towards the end of this episode, he tells Emma, because Emma basically, she doesn't want to run for sheriff if all this crap is going on behind her. So she tells everybody what really happened, that Mr. Gold, kind of set her up to make her look good. And but Mr. Gold tells, like, "Yo, I knew you was gonna do that anyway. It's all a part of the plan," as the Joker would say. It's all a part of the plan. So Mr. Gold, he had a plan all along. He wanted Emma to do that. He wanted Emma to basically defy him, but because he knew that would make everybody trust Emma and make everybody run for Emma and stuff like that. So he's smart, and he tells Emma, like, don't forget now, you still owe me. You still owe me a favor. And he is a man of his word with the favors. That's, everybody knows, Mr. Gold. When it comes to favors, you gotta pay up. So he tells Emma that pretty soon it's gonna come a day and time that that damn favor that he asked, he's gonna call for it, he's gonna cash it in. So I thought that was good. Now, the fairy tale part of this is, always my favorite, and uh, Rumpelstiltskin, man, that the character and the guy who plays him, he brings so much depth to that character. He brings so many layers to that character. Like, I don't know too much about the story of Rumpelstiltskin, like, in the storybooks. I don't know too much, but like the way the writers wrote it out and stuff, it was good, because at first, when you first watch it, his backstory and stuff, it's kind of weird to watch, because you're so used to seeing him be so freaking evil and so sneaky and sly and sinister, that you forget that everybody is not born evil. Everybody's not born evil, and you see his backstory, and you see that he was an honest man. He had a son that he loved, that he cared for. They were kind of poor, and you see that he was doing everything he could to keep his son from going to war, because these army men, they come basically take the young kids, they send them off to war, and the kids get killed, and Mr. Rumpelstiltskin, he didn't want that to happen to his son, so he tries to escape with his son, and it is revealed. Once they catch up with him, it's revealed that Rumpelstiltskin, he was basically in war too, but he kind of ran away from it. Kind of chickened out and stuff, and you see that his son kind of loses a little respect for him a little bit. Like you see that in this episode, that his son kind of loses a little respect. But Rumpelstiltskin, he did it for his family. He didn't want to be, I guess, a part of that, and he had a family. He wanted to take care of. So I felt sorry for him. And once you start to see that, you really feel bad for him because you see that it's coming. That time's coming where he's just gonna turn evil, and he turns evil by trying to get the ultimate power from this other guy, this old like wizard or whatever. Uh, I think it's called the Dark Shadow. I don't know. I'm sorry. I haven't seen it in like 2 weeks, so forgive me. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm talking about. So he gets it, and you see him emerge to be the guy that he is today. The one, and once he gets this ultimate power, everybody that used to make fun of him, everybody that put him down, everybody that called him basically a pussy and stuff, he destroys them, and just to show his son that he can be the man. He is tough and stuff. So I really like that. I thought it was a phenomenal episode. It's an A+ in my book. Probably my favorite out of the series so far. Now, this episode, episode 9, True North, it's one of those episodes that every TV series, every TV series has. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just a safe episode. I feel like the writers in this episode, they basically say, okay, we want to tell the story of Hansel and Gretel. How can we put it in there? And how can we just put it in there so we can tell it and not kind of mess it up? And that's what they did. They just put it in here. It wasn't really nothing really behind the story, but it was a safe episode. I mean, I liked it a little bit. It wasn't great. It tells the story of Hansel and Gretel, and in the real world, they're orphans. Their mom died. They don't know their father, and Emma kind of relates to this because she was an orphan. She moved from place to place and stuff, and she's trying to help them find their father. Now, in the fairy tale world, Hansel and Gretel, they end up meeting the sorry, they end up meeting the evil queen. All right, they end up meeting the evil queen, and the evil queen basically takes their dad away from them and tells them like she'll show them their dad, and she'll bring them back to their dad if they do something for her. So what she wants them to do is go late at night, sneak into the witch's house, the blind witch's house, which we all know, the blind witch with the gingerbread house and all that, and everything in her house is made of candy and gingerbread and yum yum. So once they, get into the house, they end up stealing what they need to get for the evil queen, and it is the poisonous apple that the evil queen ends up using on Snow White. So I thought that was pretty good. But other than that, man, it wasn't too much of a good episode. It's one of those episodes that you forget. At least for me, it's a forgettable episode. In the storybook world, they end up finding their father. So that was good and stuff. So that was all good, but. The best part to me of this whole episode was the end when the guy came in with the motorcycle looking all badass, and can't nobody come into Storybrooke and can't nobody leave Storybrooke except for Emma. So this guy comes in with the motorcycle. So who is he? Who is he? My theory, I have two theories. Either he could be the big bad wolf that we all been hearing about. He could be the big bad wolf because he asked for a place to go, and the first thing Emma tells him is to go to Granny's house. So Granny's apartment, no date in and where everybody know what I'm talking about. Or my second opinion, I think he could be the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, because I know they have an episode coming up pretty soon with Belle and stuff. So he could be the Beast. You never know. So I can't wait to see that. Like I said, that was probably the best part of this episode, trying to figure out who the hell this guy is, because he ain't supposed to be there. He ain't supposed to be coming through Storybrooke like that. And so I thought that was pretty good. So we're about to see what's going down. So I give it a solid C minus. And yeah, that's it. That's the end of this episode. So please like this video, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought. I will start next Sunday. I will be trying to get back to my normally scheduled program and trying to review these on time. I'm sorry, I still do have one more to do. It's just killing me with work and stuff, so it's hard for me to get them done in time. But I'm trying my best, guys. So yeah, this is the Search Show 24/7. Be easy.